Thank you. Thank you. My name is Jonathan Crystal, the interim provost of Fordham University, and I'm so happy to welcome you all to this special occasion. We're about to begin our dedication ceremony and to bless our beautiful new home here in Clerkenwell. We're celebrating a historic moment for Fordham as we embark on expanding the university's global reach and Jesuit education with our new London Center. This is such a special day for Fordham, and for me personally, as I visit Fordham's London Center for the first time. What a pleasure to meet our faculty, staff, and students, and see firsthand the incredible work that's going on at the center. I'd like to recognize Richard Salmi of the Society of Jesus, head of the London Center. And John Harrington, academic dean. And of course, the students, faculty, administrators, and staff of the London Center. I would also like to give a shout out to our deans who are here, the visionary academic leaders of Fordham. Tito Cruz, Anthony Davidson, Matthew Diller, Maura Mast, Deborah McPhee, Donna Rapaccioli, and Virginia Roach. Fordham's history in London is grounded in the rich Jesuit tradition and in our mission to graduate ethically and socially responsible global leaders. It dates back 4 decades when Marymount College, along with a group of instructors from one of the oldest and most prestigious drama schools in the United Kingdom, the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, established the London Dramatic Academy. LDA continues to offer an intensive introduction to the principles of British acting and superb conservatory training, and serves as the cornerstone for our London programs. Fordham's global vision includes a deliberate focus on interdisciplinary education and views London as a classroom. Aligned with this vision, in 2009, Fordham moved from its location in Brownlow Mews to a larger space in historic Kensington Square, with the goal of enhancing and expanding London programs to form a true center, adding both business and liberal arts curricula, differentiating it from most education abroad programs which offered a single program of study. It was a fortuitous meeting between the former dean of Marymount College at Fordham University, the Reverend Jerry Reedy of the Society of Jesus, and the principal of the University of London's Heathrow College that paved the way to the move to a 3,500 square foot space on Heathrow College's Jesuit campus and spawned the partnership between the two institutions. With the dedication today of our newly renovated 17,000 square foot space, that's 1,580 square meters, Fordham's new London Center is central to the university's international strategy. In a location known for tech startups and repurposed warehouses and food carts. Ever more opportunities exist as we stand committed to prepare all our students, graduate, professional, and undergraduate, to be global leaders, ready to achieve and excel in a world that's increasingly interconnected in cultural, economic, and political dimensions. Our faculty, too, will find increasing opportunities for research and professional development as we establish the Fordham London Center as a hub for European programs and strategic partnerships across the globe. And as you can see here tonight, the possibilities for international alumni engagement are endless. Our students, faculty, and center have benefited through your generosity, and we look forward to ongoing conversations with many of you as we take you up on your offers to lend your expertise and experience here at the center. Again, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. Now, it is my honor to introduce the Right Reverend Nicholas Hudson, the Auxiliary Bishop for the Diocese of Westminster, who presided over our Mass earlier this evening at St. Peter's Italian Church to offer an opening prayer here in our new space. Thank you very much.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for making me so welcome, and congratulations on your centre. The good news is you're not going to get a second homily, just a prayer. It would be outstanding to praise the Lord. Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
The all-knowing God, who is Lord, moves us in many ways to deepen that knowledge of him which he revealed completely when for our sake the Word was made flesh. All disciplines, sciences, and teaching about the world and about human life that we pursue must have as their final purpose to bring us to a knowledge of the truth and to the worship of the true God. Today we ask God's special blessing on this centre of seeking, learning, and teaching what is true. We ask that those entrusted with the education of young people in this institution may teach their students how to join the discoveries of human wisdom with the truth of the gospel, so that they will be able to keep the true faith and to live up to it in their lives. We also ask the Lord that the students will find in their teachers the image of Christ, so that enriched with both human and divine learning, they will in turn be able and ready to enlighten and assist others. We ask this through Christ our Lord.
Amen.
May Almighty God bless you all, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Let us bless the Lord. Thank you, and enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Bishop Hudson. Wait. Not done yet. The best is yet to come. It is now my pleasure to introduce the President of Fordham University, Reverend Joseph M. McShane of the Society of Jesus.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. I want to, I'm not going to repeat a lot of the things that Jonathan said, as wonderful as they are, and they really are. I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to thank the deans for joining us today. I know it was great. You had put aside a lot of work at home to come here, and I'm grateful for you for your doing that. Eva obviously drew the short straw, and she had to stay home. So we'll make sure that she gets a special thanks when we do get home. I want to acknowledge, again, if I could, some of our VIPs. We have John Lamello. Where are you, John? John is a member of our Board of Trustees and a very loyal Fordham alumnus. He joined us. Bill Loschert. Bill Loschert is over here. Many of you at Rose Hill have lived in or visited people in Loschert Hall. There's the man who made it possible, right over there, Bill Loschert. Earlier we were joined by Kim Bepler. Bepler Commons, a name for herself and her husband, late husband, Steve Bepler, but she had to run off, but she sends her congratulations to everyone. I also want to thank the members of the university staff who worked so hard to make this building come together. First is Mark Valera and Peter Dunbar. Where are you, Mark and Peter? All right, very good. Thank you very much. It's an extraordinary job that you did. I saw this when it was in its dying moments as Ben Sherman's headquarters, and it didn't look anything like this. And much as I loved Hebrew College, and I did, I thought it was a beautiful campus, in a lovely area. This is, I think it's a triumph. It's a hot building in a hot area. And therefore they're hot students, so you're back. I also want to thank the students. You bring life to this place. For the reason we do all of this. And we listened carefully to you before any renovations were done. I hope that we followed up on all these suggestions and input that you gave us. And I want you to be in touch with Father Salmi as time goes on to make sure that we are making best use of the building. I want to thank the London Centre Board of Advisors, headed by the one, the only, Juanita Foley, who was a student when I was in the Dean's office at Fordham College of Rose Hill. So I want to thank all the members of, well, I mean, that was 30 years ago, so no, I'm only kidding. Almost. And the alumni chapter. I want to thank Bishop Hudson for leading our prayer this afternoon, celebrating the Eucharist and preaching. I thought that his homily was an extraordinarily beautiful one. focusing on what is important, what matters in life. And sad I am that I never met Antonio, but I met him through your words, Your Excellency, so I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful, I have to say, Bishop Hudson, that you make us feel at home, you see. You're Bishop Hudson. We have a river. It's a splendid river, I must say. And the only river in the world that has a school of painting named for it. So we hope that you will come and see what you have given to us. The director of our theater program, Matthew McGuire, has an estate on the Lord Lee Hudson. He has a small house, so he'd be happy. For the pulpit, I meant it when I said from the pulpit, you welcomed us with open arms and with great warmth. You radiate the spirit of the welcoming and loving Christ, so I want to thank you for making St. Peter's Italian Church. Not to be confused with St. Peter's Catholic Church, St. Peter's Italian Church. Our place of worship here in London. I, of course, am Irish, I know nothing about this. Michael Holman is a dear friend, and has been a dear friend of Fordham for many years, has a degree from Fordham, and was our great colleague and companion in mission and ministry when he was the principal of Cathedral College. And I'm delighted, Michael, that we're back together planning great things for the church, for Fordham, and for the society in Great Britain. So I want to thank him. Frank Turner, who is really the director of the intellectual apostolate for the British province of the Society of Jesus. Frank, thanks for being here. And I hope that we see you at Fordham, come to the United States and visit us. Spelman Hall will be honored to have you as a guest. And if we have no room at Spelman Hall, I have an apartment at Lincoln Center, in which I have never spent a night. So 15 years of emptiness will be filled by your presence. And last but not least, of the people I want to thank Richie Stan. Richie Salmi has been... Richie has been for us a great leader here in London. He came to us from Spring Hill College in Alabama, and I think this was the true call. I know that Spring Hill in Mobile, Alabama is a beautiful place, but London is one of the world's capitals. So I think, Richie, this is your stage, and I am delighted it is. Thank you for everything you did. In 2 seconds, I'm going to turn the mic over to some students, the reasons we're here. But I wonder if I could share with you a story about the site in which we find ourselves, the location of the new London Centre. And here goes. In March of 1628, a house belonging to the Earl of Shrewsbury, or as they would say here, Shrewsbury, in Clerkenwell, was found to be occupied by a community of Jesuits. Moore gives the following account of an event on which he was most likely an eyewitness. A day had been fixed for the renewal of the vows of some, and for the solemn profession of others. The matter was not conducted with sufficient caution, for the neighboring Protestants noticed an unusual amount of provisions and necessaries carried in. This excited their suspicion. The envy, too, of the shopkeepers close by was aroused, for the extra supplies were brought in from a distance to hinder suspicion and not from their shops. They therefore gave notice, and the house was surrounded about 9 o'clock in the morning. The authorities broke in and searched the house from top to bottom. The rector was found and taken. He was hidden with some fathers in a cellar underground. Remember that, Michael. With the altar plate and the furniture. Others were caught elsewhere. They were conducted to different prisons and tried. Only one was condemned to death, having admitted the fact of his priesthood, which could not be indeed concealed, as he had publicly lived and acted as a priest in the house of the ambassador. This discovery took place on the 15th day of March, 1628. 390 years later, the Jesuits have returned to Clerkenwell. We have brought in provisions from outside. We have invited many guests. Notice has been taken. The gendarmes have been informed. But this time around, let us hope that this outpost of Fordham, the Jesuit University of New York, now bilocating in the capital of Great Britain. May the word go out that this is a place of learning, warmth and welcome. A place where every soul finds a home, every student finds instruction, and the world is welcomed to our door. When we go forth, let us bring that word of welcome, that challenge to students on every journey we make. But today, the Jesuits have returned to Clerkenwell. Provisions have been laid in. Guests have been invited. May God bless us in all that we do, especially our students, from whom we will now hear. There it is.
Good evening. My name is Natalia Semchuk, and I'm a Loyola Chicago student studying with the Gabelli Business Program. I chose to study at the London Center because it gives students the opportunity to visit places where our classroom knowledge can be applied. Learning from professors who are working in their fields gives us a more realistic view of what it would be like to work in this city. Kira and Charlie will now talk about their experiences as students so far this semester.
Hello. I'm Kira Prinz, and I'm a student of the London Dramatic Academy. An acting teacher of mine back in New York once told our class, "Those Brits are stealing all our jobs." You want to know why? Their damn voice work. It's true. They just sound better. It was at that moment that I knew I had to study acting in London. And over a year later, here we are at the new Fordham London Centre, home to the London Dramatic Academy. What I expected out of this program was pretty straightforward. A better understanding of Shakespeare, some killer stage combat moves, and a voice like Alan Rickman. It's getting there. What I was not prepared for, however, was the intense passion that all of London seems to have for theater. It's palpable. It's contagious. My professors come to class every day with an incredible energy and enthusiasm for their work as teachers and as artists. Catherine Pogson has assembled an absolutely incredible team of artists for us to learn from, and has managed to create what feels like a full conservatory experience within the span of a very short few months. We have access to experts in the field, a comprehensive library, and a gorgeous brand new rehearsal space that we have been lucky enough to break in. It's impossible not to be inspired. LDA takes students back to the heart of theater, not only teaching us skill and discipline, but instilling in us a willingness to play and giving us a home in which to do so. This program is truly getting what it deserves in this beautiful new building. I know it will be a home to the many passionate and capable students to come. And now we will be hearing a little bit from Charlie.
Hello, my name is Charlie Arnett, and I'm a junior at Rose Hill and part of the London Liberal Arts Program. I would like to start by thanking all the faculty and staff members of the London Centre, particularly Father Salmi, Sabina Bignell, Matthew Holland, and Ali Dundon, all of whom have been incredibly caring and attentive to us students ever since we landed at Heathrow on day one back in August. The London Liberal Arts Program has given me and other students a true once-in-a-lifetime experience. Going into college, I knew that I would study abroad at some point. The experiences that I had heard from friends and family members made me determined to go abroad when my time had come. Yet, I had no idea just how immersive and incredible the London Liberal Arts Program would be. Through my coursework and class excursions, I've come to appreciate the cultural history and depth that London has. though admittedly I've only just scratched the surface. I've maybe seen about 10% of the museums the city has to offer. I must specifically thank Professor Bond, Professor Springer, Dean Harrington, Lloyd Hughes, and Professor Snell for opening my eyes to such a passion for the history, music, literature, and architecture of London and Europe as a whole. To not only read about, but to see the Imperial War Museum and its visceral memory of the Great War, to see and hear the regal acoustics and architecture of the Royal Albert Hall, and to glimpse at the height of empire and scientific achievement at the World Meridian, the Royal Greenwich Observatory. You see, I could have visited those sites on my own as a tourist or some other way, but I would not have gotten the same knowledge, the same understanding, and the same appreciation of the courses and the faculty of the London Liberal Arts program. Thanks to them, dozens of other students and I have formed a special connection to London as a place to live and as a place to learn. Like New York, London is my campus and Fordham is my school. Now Natalia will give us a few closing remarks.
Home can mean a lot of things to different people. I'd like to share a quote my roommate freshman year shared with me. It goes, "The home of my heart has no walls." A few years ago, I don't think that I would have been able to relate to this quote, but after spending 4 semesters abroad, I've learned that home is not defined by where you grew up or even where your family is from. Home is defined by the communities we create and connections we make. Though everyone's time abroad is different and special, we all have a need for community. As a Loyola Chicago student studying at Fordham for the semester, finding my community became a necessity. The Fordham London community is shaped by professors who give us resources to connect classroom learning to real-life London. The student affairs team, Matt and Allie, who with the help of students, plan events and give us a chance to explore and build new friendships. And for me personally, the girls I live with in Flat C, who are always ready for a game of cards, a stovetop s'more, and a full house marathon. As the fall of 2018 community, we are lucky to be given the opportunity to be the first to make the London Center home. I think I can speak on behalf of all the students that we are incredibly thankful for the hard work that made this building possible. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Please welcome back Father McShane, who will lead the blessing of the building ceremony.
Visit this house, we beg you, O Lord, and drive far from it all snares of the enemy. Let your holy angels dwell herein, to keep all those who come here, to study, to learn, to share wisdom, to keep all of them in peace. And may they bring the peace that they discover here with them when they go out to all the world. Visit this place, this house, we beg you, O Lord, and drive far from it all snares of the enemy. Let your holy angels dwell herein, to keep all who study here in peace and make of them apostles of peace in your world. And now, following church custom, I and the others here with me will bless the 4 corners of the earth and of this room. Now, my sisters and brothers, our blessing and dedication have come to an end. Real work begins when we cut a ribbon. There's always 2 steps ahead. Being men and women, no matter where you came from. Being men and women who are recognizably men and women of Fordham. Being men and women for others, be men and women with a sense of purpose. Being men and women whose lives are marked by competence, conscience, compassion, and a deep commitment to the cause of the human family. We cut this ribbon to set you loose so that the revenge of the Jesuits of 1628 continues in earnest, sanctifying and bringing glory and joy to the world.
But before the ribbon cutting, I have a treat for you. Please welcome these members of the London Dramatic Academy who will share their appreciation through song.
Will you build me a house that really will be mine? Then let me give you my design, a simple schema. Build my house of wood, build my house of stone, build my house of brick and mortar. Make the ceiling strong, strong against the storm, shelter when the days grow shorter. But build my house of love and paint my house with trusting and warm it with the warmth of your heart. Make the floor of faith, make the walls of truth, put a roof of peace above. Only build my house of love.
Thank you. Wow, that was amazing. Now I would like to invite all who have participated in our dedication program so far, along with all our deans, Juanita Foley, Samantha Beatty, Bill Osher, Marco Valera, Roger Malici, to please join in the ceremonial ribbon cutting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a smile over here, please. We're going to have a smile from everybody over here, please. Thank you very much.
Now you make that.
Jesuit quote, men and women for others. As I was thinking about today, I wanted to share with you another quote that is attributed to the Jesuits. One that is the battle cry for those of us who are or were Jesuit volunteers. It's ruined for life. Tough quote, I know. But when we truly live our lives as men and women for others, we will never be the same. It's our mission to be ruined for life. We embrace a viewpoint that is different or difficult. We love our enemies. We challenge systems of injustice. We forgive and reconcile, and we pray. When you study abroad, are you studying with people from different ethnicities, cultures, religions, viewpoints? It opens your eyes, and you will never be the same. You become a man or a woman who is for others, among others. This is what it means to be ruined for life. And for that, I'm eternally grateful to Fordham and the Jesuit community. As we open the doors to our new London campus, let's toast. I hope you all have a glass. Let's toast to Fordham's commitment to living out the Jesuit mission globally, and may you, Fordham, continue to ruin for life.
Good evening, my name is Samantha Beatty, and I am a member of Fordham University's London Center's Board of Advisors. First, I must say, Fordham's new London Center looks beautiful. The sign, Fordham University, in bold letters on this white building makes us all so proud to be Rams. It goes without saying that this wonderful new home for the Fordham London Center is the result of Father McShane's vision and Father Salmi and his team's hard work. By creating this center, Fordham has shown its strong commitment to education abroad, bridging the gap across the Atlantic from the Bronx to London. Fordham London Center provides students a positive environment to pursue academic excellence and learning as part of the greater global community. On behalf of all of the Rams in the UK and all over the world, I propose a toast to this major achievement. Cheers, everyone.
Rita and Samantha, thank you for closing our program with your good wishes. And to all of you, please enjoy the delicious reception buffet. I recommend the octopus salad. Please explore the new Fordham University London Center, our new home, and your new home. There are students throughout the building to show you around. Thank you very much.